right, I created this resource for you guys. It's common diagrams for use in Jamboard or Google Slides. And so I wanted to explain to you how to get to it and what you can do with it. So what I did is in Google Slides, I created a whole bunch of what I would call backgrounds that can be used in Jamboards to create interactive slideshows or interactive Jamboards. Okay, I'm going to take these out for now. So you can see I've got a couple of different ones. Some of them have variations in them. All of these are editable in the Google Slideshow when you make a copy of it. All right, so I'm giving you access to the whole entire folder that has the slideshow, the Jamboards, and the JPEGs. So if you want to change the colors of this, or if you want to change the titles over them, you come into Google Slides and you edit those elements just like you would in any other Google slide. And then to move them over into a Jamboard, you can just go up here to File, and then say Download As, and then choose a JPEG or a PNG. Okay, PNG is probably a better format. So that'll export that image out to your computer. So this is going to go into a folder on your C drive on your computer. It's not going into your Google Drive. Okay, so by default, it'll probably go into your Downloads folder, and it'll be called the name of the slideshow, Common Diagram. So it won't be Common Diagram Slide 2. You'll have to go in and rename it to whatever kind of diagram it is once you export the picture. Okay, so you can just hit rename, and then this is a cause and effect. All right, and then if you go back into the folder, you have the Jamboard. And the Jamboard already has the 5 or so diagrams that I've created for you already loaded in there as backgrounds. Actually, it's 10 or so apparently. Okay, however, you can, as you know, just go to the last slide in your presentation or anywhere in your presentation and click on these pluses and add a new slide. So then it's going to be blank. And then you'll come up here and say set background. And what you'll do is essentially load that background you just downloaded as a picture. So I'm going to hit browse. And then I'm going to go to my download folder. There's that cause and effect. Say open. And then it loads it into your Jamboard as a background for you, whatever changes you made to it previously. Okay, so in the folder that has the slideshow, it also has the Jamboard with all of them created. And you can copy them and add more of them to your presentation or move them over. And then also all of the JPEG or PNG files are in this folder. To get to this shared folder, it's just bit.ly/Shen diagrams. And I'll put that up on the screen for you. It's bit.ly/Shen diagrams. And then you can make a copy of any of these by right-clicking on them and say, make a copy. All right, this extension deals with one of the most common problems using Google Slides with students as a manipulative tool. So normally when you're in Google Slides, you use the Slides menu up here at the top, and you go to View Slideshow, okay? And then that starts the slideshow, or you can come up here and just hit Presenter View or start from the beginning, whatever you want, right? And so it throws you into a full screen mode where you can't manipulate those boxes. In fact, clicking clicks you through to the next slides. So if you wanted the students to be able to move these manipulatives and place them into the Venn diagram, you have to do it in editing mode, which is what we're in right now. And there's a lot of extraneous stuff along the sides. So some clever people came up with an extension called Fullscreen Interactive Google Slides. And when you click on it, what it does is it gets rid of that side pane. It gets rid of the top. And you can actually even shrink that menu up. So you get mostly just the full screen slide here. And then your students can move these manipulatives and everybody can see things on the screen fairly large, so that you can easily see everything that you need to manipulate. So on your keyboard, if you want to get out of this mode, you simply hit the escape key. Takes you back into here, and then you can also pull up your full menu screen there. Sometimes you have to toggle it a couple times to get the slides to come back on the sides. So just press it a couple times and hit escape a couple times until you get things back to the view you want. Okay, but it's nice to allow kids to manipulate things on a Google slide and have the slides be large on the screen. All right, just wanted to show you a new feature in Google Chrome. So if you're in Google Chrome and you have a really long web page that you're looking at and you want to send a link to somebody and you want to draw their attention to a particular part of the page, you can just take your mouse and highlight on the screen the text you want to draw their attention to, right click and say copy link to highlight. Now, if you go into your email and you type them a nice message, here is that piece about Google I wanted to share with you. And then you can either put, link and then highlight it and say, make it a hyperlink and paste in that link that you just copied. Or if you want the whole ugly link in there, you can just click paste and it'll paste in that whole link. And what this does is it now jumps you, when people click on this link, to that page, to the exact spot that you had highlighted previously. So it's taking me to the Wikipedia page for Google, and it's going to jump me down to that place, and it's going to highlight in purple the text that I wanted people to pay attention to. Okay, so that's how you can create a link to a specific place on a page and share it with other people.